Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Building Monkey Caves, and today we are starting things off by taking a look at the last 3 minigames that I've built. And here we are in the mushroom theme, where this game requires you to figure out which color appears 3 times and to put them in a row over here. So yeah, this is just gonna go through it a couple of times. Maybe see if we can figure it out. No, there doesn't appear to be another blue over here, so I don't think that's it. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what the color is, but if you figure it out, then I'm sure you'll be able to get the key to the mushroom-themed lobby. Next up is this minigame, and you have to make your way to over here. Somehow. Yeah, maybe you just saw it real quick, but there are indeed invisible blocks. So how will you know where to jump to if you're in adventure mode? Because unlike creative mode where you can see the outline of the block, adventure mode doesn't really let you do that, as you can see. So it's your task to figure out how to get up there. And here we have the minigame for the Nether theme, which is, well, maybe this will look familiar to some of you. Those of you who watched season 1 of Mogicraft may remember Piston Pusher Puzzle. Yep, this is another one of those games where you have to click the pistons to make a specific block, this one right here, go all the way around and make it so that it ends up in the correct place. So once you get the red concrete powder over here, you just press this button, which will actually push that one in front of the green one, meaning you completed the game. So let's do it. And there's your key. Now at this point we're slowly reaching the end of building this game, with the exception of the rifts, and I have actually already put in one, which is right over here. And the way it will work is that when you put in the void crystal, there's a small chance of a rift appearing within the green caves, so in the luscious caves, and if you go into that portal, you will end up in one of the rift areas. And this is one of those areas. So let's just quickly hop inside and you'll see that it's a very different cave from what we've seen before. And in this cave there will be a lot of shulker boxes and they'll have different loot from the ones that we've seen before. Additionally, I'm thinking maybe not all shulker boxes will be shulker boxes. You know what I mean? Yep, I might put a few shulkers in here as well, so that maybe at one point you're like, hey, there's a shulker box over here, and suddenly it opens up on its own and it shoots you in the face. So yeah, that's why this area is going to be a level 4. Like, when that the timer runs out and the Ravager spawns. Yes, this is just as difficult as an area. We're gonna have like special mobs here, ones that are not in the caves yet, and we're going to have a couple of actual shulker mobs around here. And I'm thinking, what if you cannot actually kill them? But I am planning to do all of that last. I want to finish the main game first. And I believe there's only really one more thing to do. I mean, other than some of the paths that still haven't been done yet, because I'm lazy and this takes a lot of time. And that is the spawners, because of course we want to have, well, I want to have, I'm sure many people don't want them, but I want to have spawners in this game that actually spawn mobs correctly. And maybe we'll just start from the beginning, so the desert theme, and try and get the spawners up and running. So a long time ago I did already set up the spawners in the level 1 themes, but I don't remember their settings, because this is not just simply me placing down a spawner and putting an egg inside, but yeah, me actually customizing a spawner so that we can kind of manage the mob spawning. Even now I'm thinking this is already too many mobs because it's only level 1. I want maybe at most 2 or 3 husks in the area. So I need to first of all detect its like range with how far it will check for husks, but also that no more mobs will spawn within that area. And that might actually be a little challenging. So this is going to take some trial and error. So here we are on digminecraft.com, and this is what we're going to use. So let's see. First of all, yes, we are in the latest version over here. And spawn range, spawn count, max entities, yada yada yada, that's going to be pretty important. So what I want to do is, let's just start with the level 1. So let's say max 2 entities nearby. Spawn count, spawn range. Okay, let's say the spawn range is 5 blocks. Let's see, spawn count, we'll just do 1. And this is the delay, but I'm honestly not sure what these numbers are. I'm pretty sure they're ticks, but like, you know, is this like 100 seconds? Or how should I say this? Because that doesn't make sense if it's 100 seconds. Let's see. Minimum spawn delay, max spawn delay, delay. I mean, why is this a thing? Max spawn delay. I guess we'll do this to maybe let's keep it at 800. I guess. Minimum spawn delay 200. Sure, whatever. Required player range. Now this is what I will have to check for real quick, and that is, what is the range that I am from the spawner when I'm, for example, up on the higher area, because I still want the spawner to be active when you're a little bit far away from it. So let's give that a look. I will actually take this crystal as where the spawner is. Even though it's over there, I'm going to take it as this block. So let's grab, actually I have some white wool over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's 13. But I'm pretty sure we still have to calculate with height as well. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think we can do 20. Maybe after testing we'll change it to, I don't know, maybe 25 if we really have to. For now, let's just put in 20. So these are just the coordinates of where it will put the spawner from the command block. So what I'll have is the 0, 0, 0, so it's going to replace the command block instead. Now here's where things get interesting. We have to select the mob, so of course we're going to need to choose the different ones, but for the desert theme we're going to do husk and no custom name for now. We do want an adult, preferably no babies. Let's not make them persistent, because this will actually make it so that the mobs don't despawn when you're far away from them. So we don't want that. And we're not going to select any of the other stuff, because of course we want them to have AI. They're allowed to make noise. We don't want them to be invulnerable, because we do want to be able to kill them. Let's not allow them to pick up loot, because imagine you're going in with pretty good stuff, but you somehow die and they pick it up. First of all, they won't despawn. Second, it will be unfair to the other players as well as you when you go back in. Can break doors, I don't want that to happen, but it might actually happen anyway if we have a situation where I do place down a door and they can break it, because we are in the difficult mode. So yeah, Because it's on hard, they can break doors. And honestly, I don't care which hand they use. They can be left-handed, can be right-handed, I don't care. They won't be riding any mob, though maybe at one point that would be a funny thing to see in the game. Hint hint. And here we see the weapons. So, do we actually want to give them anything? Like something in their main hand, in their other hand? I don't think so. Not for these husks, at least. Also not going to give them any armor. And as for the effects, they're not going to get any. So, generate command, and yep, here we go. We just copy, and when we go into the game, alright, so I'm here underneath spawn on top of the lobby selector hub, and we'll just try it out here for now. So let's see. I will say it is very dark here. I do have the texture pack on that makes it light here, but they're not spawning for some reason. Oh, there we go. And there is a baby. Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can really do about that. But let's see. If we just take care of this guy over here, we just toss him off the edge, and there is a new one. Okay. Let's see if it will happen again. Okay, break that spawner, place this down, put a button on it, type in the command or just paste it, and boom. And hopefully... Okay, I don't think this will spawn anything because this guy is nearby. And I'm not sure if there's any other guys nearby, but let's see. If I'm standing over here, is it still active? It is. Very nice. And what about if I go all the way over here? Active, okay. Perfect. And I guess the other guy spawned because that one maybe wasn't part of it. I'm not sure. But it looks rather promising for now. Let's just keep an eye on it. And if this works well, then I'll move on to the other spawners as well in this theme. Just simply putting down the command block and using the button to use the command. Now I've replaced all the spawners except for the one in this room because this one is very different. This is of course the living cactus, and I'm not sure if I should replace it because I feel like this one has always been fine. Let's see. If it spawns, I think it will only spawn one. And it does take a while to spawn in. And I don't think I've ever had these guys really overpower me before. Let's see, that's one. Is there any other one nearby by any chance? Doesn't look like it. And it is taking quite a while. Okay, there's a second one. So yeah, apparently it has a lot of spawn delay. And this guy being nearby. Okay, so unfortunately I will have to change this one up slightly it seems. Because this is a little bit too powerful at this point. So let's just go back to that side and make some changes. So we're still going to be using a husk mob, but this time we want to change the name to Living Cactus. There we go. And after that, what we want, maybe let's not put anything in the main hand, because this guy is already pretty dangerous with the amount of thorns that he has. So let's put on a... Right, so we cannot actually do that here. So let's just take something like Iron Helmet. We will replace that later. Let's see, we'll do leather tunic, we will do leather pants and leather boots. Then if we scroll down, what we'll find is the add body armor color, and we're going to of course make that green. And I don't think giving him any enchants is a good idea other than thorns. Ooh, thorns 3, that's gonna be painful, but that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a little bit of a tricky one to deal with, and that's why we put a lot of thorns on him. Because of course he is a living cactus. Okay, so here we have him in his spawner, and I've actually reduced his level of thorns to 1 because I just tried hitting these guys and it was just way too much for level 1. I think you should still be able to escape the mobs or fight them if you choose to do so in level 1, but yeah, just level 3 times 3 is a bit too much, so that wasn't good. Anyway, let's move on to the next theme, which is the swamp theme. Now, this is going to be a little different again, so let's just go back to that website, I guess. Remove this name, and let's next up do slimes. So slime size we can determine. Let's say we want it to be medium, maybe. We'll do medium for now, see if that works. Persistent? No, we don't want that. Main hand, other hand, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Nope. Think that's fine. Wait. Nope. Please select. Please select. Please select. Please select. We don't want any armor on them. So sometimes I'm a little bit of an idiot because I am recording Minecraft, but at the same time there's still an overlay because of the website that I'm also screen sharing at the same time. So yeah, you missed a couple of things, but it's okay. I could summarize it for you, but I'm not going to. All you need to know is I've put in the spawners over here with the command that I did on the website. And now I'm thinking, do I want to change this spawner right here? Because of course we have the medium ones, but at the same time, this one is using the bigger ones. And I'm just curious if this would be funny. If it will even spawn at all. These are definitely bigger size slimes, so we'll keep them. And we'll have that be our special mob of the theme, I guess. So at this point, I'll just continue making the spawners for level 1, and as soon as anything interesting happens, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have run into one issue, and that is the problem of piglins. And you'll see that they start shaking and eventually turn into zombified piglins. Let's just wait for it to happen real quick because it doesn't take long. And I have to say, this kind of ruins the game. And you can already tell that yes, this is indeed a correct biome. So, you know, in theory, you would guess that they wouldn't just change into this, but they do. So I've had to create a workaround, and that is with this command part right here. A piglin, yep, and then I don't know why there's 2 eyes there, it only needs to be 1, but is immune to zombification. And then have a colon B. Let me just quickly go back and it, yep, there we go. Is immune to zombification, colon 1B. And that actually appears to fix the issue. Maybe it is the double I over here? Maybe. Let's just quickly click done and then spawn it in and see if that fixes it. If it really is just the double I, then, well, we figured it out, of course. Okay, let's see. these guys just spawned in and, well, they are running around like headless chickens. I don't believe they are shaking. Okay. Well, first of all, these guys are a lot calmer than the previous ones, but they're also not shaking. So I'm going to quickly keep an eye on them, and I don't think they will actually switch to zombified piglins. And with all of that, the to-do list is looking a lot more empty. Maybe I'll add in a few more secrets. Of course, the rifts are gonna be a different thing, so don't worry about those just yet. They're gonna be endgame related anyway, and we'll probably have a playthrough of this before I even start working on those. But yeah, you can see everything we have already done and completed. Spawners, I put it up top there. Well, I even had to make some extra space for like the shop's level 3 and co-op stuff down below there. And at this point, I just need to decorate the caves a little bit more and do the final touches. And I do still need to work on the tutorial area that's all the way up there. And that will just involve me writing a bunch of books explaining how the game works. And what's over here? Let's see. Time and danger, intro to this game. Yep, okay, so I did already put up a few signs and a few reminders, such as this guy over here, shulker boxes over there, the treasure room door thingy over there. I should also update this map, and yeah, there are just a few minor things to do that don't really need a video on its own. So I am actually going to end this series here for now. We might be back for the rifts, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. And if you did, well, you know what to do. So I'll see you guys when the series comes out. Unless, of course, you do watch Moggycraft as well, then I'll see you there. But that is it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. You know what to do. And goodbye.